This is Rachel with Breaking the Glass, and today I would like to talk to you about reinventing yourself. I'll tell you my story first. I have 3 babies, 13, 9, and 6, about to be 7, going on 20. We had children fairly early in life. So when you have children, you tend to surround your entire world around your children. You tend to put yourself to the side and give your everything to them, thinking that's the noble thing to do. I woke up one morning and I thought, who am I? Somewhere along the line in being a wife and being a mother, I kind of got lost and I forgot who I was as a person. Yeah, I know my name is Rachel. I know I own a company. I know all of that stuff. But what I'm talking about is I forgot the things that made me happy. I forgot the things that made me smile. I forgot the things that I cared about in life, the things that I wanted to do, a hobby, not just work, which I love work. But sometimes you can forget. So I forgot. And I said, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I enjoy anymore. All the things that I enjoy doing are going to my kids' recitals, their soccer game, karate practice. All the things that I enjoy became the things that my children were involved with. And it hit me. I love my children so much that I would give my life for them in 2 seconds if I had to, without even thinking twice. But they're not going to be children forever. They're not going to be in my home forever. At some point, they're going to go off to college. At some point, hopefully very, very far away from today, they're going to get married and they're going to, move on. They're going to want to travel the world with their spouse. There are things that my children are going to want to do. And I'm going to be here trying to figure out the things that I like. I don't mind figuring out the things that I like, but I also want to do the things that I love. And I don't want to be 40 or 50 and just trying to figure out what I like to do and just trying to reinvent myself. So when I woke up that morning, I said, oh my God, Rachel, you let yourself go. You forgot the things that make you happy. You forgot the things that make you smile. And I realized I had to make a change, not just for me, but for them. The last thing I want to do is be a burden to my children because I'm bored and I'm following them everywhere they go because I completely, gave up my life for them. I love them, but that doesn't mean that you have to forfeit everything that you enjoy. So I decided that I'm gonna reinvent myself, not just professionally, but on an interpersonal level. So I started doing the things that I enjoy. I started going to get my nails done. Simple things that we don't think about, but it's something simple. That's my time. I started doing things like reading. I love John Grisham. I love his books so much. His books they get you so intrigued and they pull you in and it makes you laugh and sometimes they make you cry. And I told myself, I'm going to get back to reading. Reading was something I did so much, I didn't think twice about it. Reading was something that I just completely cherished. And after I started having kids and started reading, kids' stories every night, I put my personal reading to the side and just didn't do that much of it. So I picked up reading again. I love reading. Find a book. It doesn't have to always be about business and philosophy and all those big thinking things. It could just be fun. Just one fun book a month or per week or every 2 weeks is good. It takes your mind away and gives you a break from all the demands of everyday things. So I picked up reading. I put a whole stack of books next to my bed. And I told myself that every night I'm gonna read a page or 2 pages, or I'm gonna read a chapter, but I'm gonna pick up reading again. And it's been amazing. So that was me working on my inside, building up my confidence, building up my self-esteem, refining the Rachel that I knew was there somewhere, or enhancing the Rachel that I've become. That was my interpersonal method of doing that. I started dreaming personal dreams, not just professional dreams. I started thinking about things that I wanted to accomplish in my personal life, not just professionally. I started thinking to myself, what kind of things would make me happy? I decided that I want to visit 30 countries. I set a goal. I started writing a bucket list. Bucket lists are cool. You should do it. Really should. True story. So I got a bucket list. One of my things on my bucket list is that I want to visit at least 30 countries twice. Hey. So I've already visited 2. I went to London and I went to Colombia. So that's 2 down. So I started doing things like that that builds me up, that gets me excited about just personal life when I'm not working. Another thing that I started doing, I stopped shopping at Walmart for clothes. I started going to places that had clothes that made me feel beautiful. No, the clothes does not make the person, but the clothes that you do wear does represent the person, and it does help you to express yourself. So I started shopping in places that I really like. I'm not going to go broke buying clothes, but I'm going to buy better quality clothes because I like better quality clothes. So I started to change my appearance. Something else that I started to do is I started to journal about some of the things that I want to accomplish in life. Something that I lost art that I used to do in college and high school, and now I'm picking it up again. Created a blog, breaking the glass. That's also one of the things on my bucket list. Expressing myself. This is not just to help you, but it's also to help my children. Maybe one day if I'm not here, then they'll have videos of all the things that I thought, all the experiences that I had, and they'll be able to use those experiences, and that will help them to reach to their goals. So this is not just for you, this is also for my children and their children's children. So I started doing things like that, things that enhance who I was, and things that brought me back to the things that I enjoy. One of the other things that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking up pottery. I love pottery. I loved it in college. The thought that you can take something, a big blob of nothing, and after molding it enough, you can create it into something, was a mind-blowing thought for me. And that's how I always felt about myself, like I was just a big bunch of nothing. And then this God who owed me nothing decided that he was going to mold me and create something from my nothingness. That always fascinated me. And so I enjoyed pottery in college, and I decided that I want to do pottery again, just for fun. I might take up dancing. I really want to do salsa. I might do that too. Or I might do salsa and pottery at the same time. So I started doing things like that. That was the interpersonal changes that I had to make. But the truth is, there were other things that I had to do as well in order to make that transition. One of those things is I had to change the way I was thinking. Because the truth is, everything begins with a thought. And if you don't change your mind, then it doesn't matter how much outer things that you do. It doesn't matter how many goals you set. It doesn't matter how many things you accomplish. If your mind hasn't been changed, then you're not being changed. Because everything happens in the mind, happens in your thought, the place where we can't see. So I decided that it was important for me to change the way I thought about things. I stopped looking at money as a setback. I started looking at money as a tool. And in order to get to the place where I can create my goals, I had to create in my mind a plan in order to make it happen. What do I mean? I had to stop seeing money as a way of paying bills and a way of surviving. And I had to start seeing money as a way to express yourself and a way to enjoy yourself and a way to have fun. And that means that I had to learn I'm having to learn how to budget what you have to prepare for later on. And I had to change my mind in the way that I have to think. Just because you have fun doesn't mean that you're careless. Because for the longest, I would think that people who go on vacation, they were being careless because they were giving up valuable resource in trade for something that wasn't going to be long lasting. But that's not true, because the truth is, when you go on vacation, what you take away from that vacation, what you take away from that time away, you can never replace it. It's that valuable. Mentally, it's valuable. Spiritually, it's valuable. Emotionally, it's valuable. So the truth is, the trade-off is worth it. So I had to change my thinking, and I had to start telling myself that money is something that you use to pay bills, but it's a mode to communicate with yourself and with others that you're valuable as well. So I had to remind myself that I had value enough that I would invest in myself. Okay, just like you have enough value that you can invest in yourself. So those are some of the things that I had to do in order to change my thinking. I had to change the way I looked at things, change the way I look at resources, in order for me to fully access the resources that I had. One of the other things that I had to do was I had to find something, I probably told you before, that I enjoy working. Working gives me such joy, such pleasure. Working with the disabled population just gives me such purpose in my life that I couldn't imagine not continuing on this pace. But that was professionally. I also had to give myself a reason to want to wake up personally. And for me, the thought that every day that I woke up and I got to dream a new dream, or I got to think about a new adventure, that was such a purpose idea that it helped me to get up in the morning and smile. Like, whoa, I get to wake up today. Because when I get to wake up, I get to dream about the next country that I want to go visit. I get to dream about the next place I want to go explore. I get to think about the way I'm going to break every glass and break every chain and break every ceiling. I get to dream about something that I can do, I can possess, I can be. And that feeling of no longer being bound in your mind was so amazing. And so that helps me every day to get up and dream about things that I want to accomplish. So those are some of the things that I had to do in myself in order to get to this place where I'm at now. And the truth is, ever since I started thinking about these things and setting personal goals, I feel like I've been in such a different place emotionally and spiritually. And I feel like I can serve others so much better because my servitude is not bound on just helping them. It's also connected to helping me become a better me. And anytime you do anything to make you a better you, you're a better servant. A person who serves and they're bitter, it tastes bitter. Their service is bitter. A person who serves and their attitude is well, it feels better because they are better. Go prove me wrong or prove me right. Go to a restaurant and look at the different waiters and waitresses there. And you tell me if you can tell which one was a happy waiter or waitress or which one was just doing it because it was a job. And tell me what you think about their tip. Better yet, the next time you go to a restaurant, think about your waitress, think about their attitude, and just say to yourself, do I think that they had a good servant attitude? And if you did, you will also notice that there's a correlation with how often they smile, how they respond to the customers. You'll notice all of that. Because happy people serve better. Bitter and hurting people, they don't serve as well because their heart is all twined up and it's hurting and it's bitter. And how can you serve as well if your heart is all entangled? Try it for yourself. But thinking about how you can change you will only create a better version of you. And everybody wants to see a better version of you. You require a better version of yourself. We always need to upgrade. If you live your life and and you stay on this plane for the next 30 years, you never upgraded. However, if you live your life and slowly you see yourself going up on this incline, the incline might be slow, that's fine, but you're progressing. You'll be such a happier you. People around you will begin to admire you. Those are my thoughts on reinventing yourself. You have to think outside the box, dream big, do things that make you feel valuable, set goals for yourself. This is Rachel with Breaking the Glass, and I really hope I helped you to break your glass today. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Bye.